Because Kennedy Agyapong the crazy party in Pam Kennedy. NPP the mo Jimmy.
We had petitions from some individuals, party people, and then also even some members of parliament. So constitutionally and procedurally, National Executive Committee and National Council referred the matter to the Discipline Committee, which is chaired by Honorable Mwakata, former Roads Minister.
Kennedy here lose to Baumia and anti-year campaign man no. The same Kennedy what finance NPP in 1992 Timothy home cars in Hong Kong no. The same Kennedy. Akwa Kennedy bet my friend one nkonna ni namu. Hwede otiwa waka party no one see the grab that.
This party can do without Kennedy Agyapong. We don't even understand what is so special about Kennedy Agyapong. The net don't want to tell the truth.
Yes, they should take it.
You must go.
You must go.
You must go.
You like it or not.
You must go. You won't leave the party. You must go.
We should encourage a nyama a kaya boom rather than nyama a titi and tem, especially with the IM share about 2 years so judgment day, June, July 2027. Now near someone, none what you mutante sa kodru next year.
One can in them.
Ye can yen software and now the pay and city pay and so try bear was we are general time we am say no minia no Kennedy on any packet to no idea same way at all so ye best say papa we dey ready mu kakra ye pa nyese won twemre no mu baby ade na ye ntimine na ntwe what you say me de obi abeka de me so me dia me de ye ne se me sre no ada papa Kennedy me sre wo me papa me koto sre wo
obunkoto je no
me sre no papa edi die ni ahon brase kwaso baby akoma na kobi amra form Emra for my Ojaye Muayawu, yes, Reno.
Like Lawyer Question said, Ken may forgive, but his supporters will not forgive. And you see, there are a lot of dynamics and the statistics and the data that is against Dr. Baumia.
So, Sande, if there's an event, not Kennedy Bana Baumia will pull out because he knows that if he even goes to an event where Kennedy is there, the whole energy will be behind Kennedy because he rigged the primaries. This is clear.
It's a problem. But at this stage, I was like, hey, now can and that day or didn't hold through stage. Because I didn't least expect to say can will be a 1 year party where Juma were dear Chile or didn't seek now the way I believe in the NPP. That's how Ken believes in the NPP. And I'll least expect saying can nipa be sorry party suma buruka be sorry cancel.
NPP no se said ya guse to asa osunu nya u na first no yare na hododo no kakra dia kan se nkan kope a friend say red and yellow bi mfa nkogu nsuo mu na nkan fa nkoma no nkonom ya hwa mo osunu na u na Kennedy na ya point fingers kire sa no asemba ko kan yinti wadana tamfo afari military hospital ya papa ko kan ho asema Mukodi na tema neka say on the June 2027 wallahi talai obe dropping bombshell obe dropping bombshell ama mo na mo say earthquake ni a hurricane ana afọ mabom ogokan san say we a me say me suspect say supporters no obi na show machi but I don't want to mention them but obi abodin no lawyer ba ko a private practitioner oka Kennedy Agyapong camp. Or some man for boys now mobile Kennedy must go no man for now a hona no blows pupo MC abusuya for efie ba kumu emrantie ana moku ayo de mu ye de say adwuma ya na mo da che NDC for so mfa nkoi mama na ye fala ana mama na ye na metete bibi se menam na metete me be say Kennedy mate say party no oyajai but according to Nana Boakye so kire say o ma refer case na manek e so motuna so animunim ya 2 weeks pepepe ɛsɛ ɔmo de resource ne ba sɛ Kennedy Agyapong ɛsɛ ɔmo fire no free party nim am say ana abro nyɛ da so ka party no na so obi di mu atem ana ma mo pam no free party nim a ade na abro nyɛ da so na party nim na Kennedy mum na target no say Kennedy free party mu a egu another still NPP best strong as survive without Kennedy Agyapong catch them e comment section as we new a subscribe like share mo unia esu enya bi hwedi no e ba ko be max billion I will naked truth to old Boga trends NPP for ekoye neck meeting na omugbo pm apia bontin na no ana mu tin se dede bia chase ekoso minority leader Afenyo Markins on the new grade no of obefane ka like woni enim se wo Kennedy camp ye kam what ka tell say wo free party nim and ye Kennedy must go Kennedy must go Kennedy must go me say hey now when it's how new way started that started that band with NPP and China boys no ayila pop back we born one put to me makwa baby okoda and Jesus Christ menya sure say 3 days gra na and wedidi na honto na nsesi akura da and I'm say na na NPP no na kura sa say mpenifo ni bi ni mu anti sa oh Dabi. Now, I go beside the national organizer, the NPP. Nana Boakye, Nana B. Wa confirm me say party na receive petition. Say party for ni be say Kennedy okompre Kennedy Agyapong. Ni subane ne ye bi emfata. Ntwa ye. O NPP mu enye ye emwa. Nti ye mo ne garawe. Ye mo no kro de John no nkope be bi nkoda. Kennedy Agyapong.
Oh yes, we had petitions from some individuals, party people, and then also even some members of parliament. So constitutionally and procedurally, National Executive Committee and National Council referred the matter to the Disciplinary Committee, which is chaired by Honorable Mokata, former Roads Minister. And we have also given them timelines. We said 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they must present their report to the National Executive Committee through the General Secretary. So we are waiting for their work. We have referred all the petitions to them. We have given them 2 weeks to report back to National Executive Committee and National Council.
I mean, I'm wondering, that means that for NEC and the National Council, you must find at least some level of merit to not throw it away and refer to this merit committee, right?
I mean, once they are petitions, what is important is that you have to refer whatever the merits are. So refer the matter to the disciplinary committee. The most important thing is that the report from the disciplinary committee will be a subject matter for NEC and the National Council to consider afterwards. And that is where we can really speak to it. So as it stands now, the position is that we have referred all petitions received regarding Honorable Kennedy Agyapong's comments to the National Discipline Committee, and we have given them 2 weeks because we wanted to really make sure that in 2 weeks we deal with this matter. So in 2 weeks, National Executive Committee will receive the report, and then we will again convene a meeting for us to discuss these matters.
How many petitions are we talking about, and from where?
I mentioned that some individuals, some party people, and then also some members of parliament as well. Yes.
But how many are we talking about? Do you know how many petitions?
No, not at all. We were just told that there have been some petitions, and from some party persons, and then also some members of parliament.
You're also voting or some level of elections next month. What was the discussion around it, and then also what are expectations of the particular elections?
Yes, we received report from the regions. This is the constituency elections. We have open nominations. In fact, some are even going through their vetting processes. We anticipate very smooth, very clean exercise. We have already formed elections committee headed by some national, representatives, and so far I think that it's been very good. It's been very clean, and we are expecting smooth elections, just as we have experience with the presidential primaries and then the polling station elections. Although we've been having some pockets of incident here and there, but largely we can say that it's been very fruitful, and we anticipate that these elections will go through. Next month in July, in August we'll be having the regional elections. In September we'll be having the national elections as well.
All right, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm saying, Kennedy ya olusu to Baumia and anti-year campaign man no. The same Kennedy what finance NPP in 1992 Timiton home cars in Hong Kong no. The same Kennedy now Timidin who see no DNS for them left right center said a better pressure free NPP no on one situation so not more focus on so that's same Kennedy na se Kennedy cracker say we send the crowd we near them when you matter at magazine NPP for na ye Jimmy mo Jimmy too much and no man yinedi time o ka say NPP for Jimmy no man yinedi e name one all criticize ade obi anim say ampa the okay no credit say for military hospital no ye eja 90% what is an account and no go complaining and name na all kind of unbiased statement no okay we na mo ye e dey abekire Ghana for say afa the massacre inti mo be kwa sori a and ya correction obi anto on the 2028 election me sure so obi ni kokuru muti kwa goto about the amamo if you are just removing people for telling the truth so you cannot kra na ehun pe ane then e just mo ba be di nokre e dey amaye na sune ni eja mo life amamo nti ento gwa popo na ti no one of the angry supporter de ma NPP wey akwa we Kennedy betima hwe no woni nkonna ni na mu hwe de ote wa okan party no one see the grab him that Isa Tofik said Kennedy must be struck from the party. He says that his recent comments about the party are grounds for removal.
This party can do without Kennedy Agyapong. We don't even understand what is so special about Kennedy Agyapong. The NEC don't want to talk the truth. The same this NEC kick Kwabena and Afoko. Why they cannot kick Kennedy? He have to go. Because he have to go. He have to go. He have to go. So he have to go and leave this party because what he's saying is killing this party. We have to wake up and protect this party.
What does he say that is killing the party?
He's killing the party because he's telling false. He's selling false. He's saying that at very levels and all what manner has been saying. He went on air and said that he is going to kill this party. He's even not going to follow the party again. So what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Somebody who came out and tell the people that he's not fool to follow you again. So why are we going to maintain him?
When you say Ken must go, what exactly are you expecting?
We don't need him. He has to go. We
don't need him.
We are sick and fed up with him.
Yes. He's a betrayer.
He's selling a lot.
This is the financier of the party, you are aware.
Why? How many? He should give us the check. He give the party. How much did he give the party? He should come and tell us, and we will also bring the contract the party has given it to him. He and his wife.
Yes.
There were been committee chairmen. So he was there. He was doing everything. The contract they give it to him is far plenty. So what else? What else did he want? Please, we don't need him in the party anymore.
Yes.
The leaders will do the necessary thing and protect this party. For
Yes.
us, what will happen will happen.
Yes.
Nobody will go out here
Yes,
until they get the rest.
Anybody. What can cast anybody here? Yes, they should take it.
You must go.
You must go.
You must
Whether
go.
you like it or not.
You must go. You will go and leave the party. You must go.
We don't need you.
Kennedy now no be showdown or ka showdown time man yinadi. Or because of man na do ne be omi showdown. Man ti man yinadi enei emom na mu gina so yinadi. Hey, enkrofo motivation e de yan. Madam Katria no man kono ma na say o man kono e friend say a friend coke ni more to be me ntiase me nyo okay. According to Boyo our NPP activist where nsimhuna kwa na tena say e to ne boase can power with confidence me who be that so be can pass no kind of confidence say Kennedy Agyapong want to sell the NPP to NDC because we have heard that he has bid for an Obuasi go face concession timodie Sali pokura o NPP na mompe ndi emfa ne say Kennedy Agyapong e pese onya Obuasi e friend say go face concession no o pese onya ndi owo NPP mu no nka mompe Ibrahim amanya bia mo se wo John Dramani mama nyanti ana na nsaka ndi e wono mu mini ya mutiko pai mo de yeso mo de odi ni sika abo NPP no so e be pe bizu how mono say na ya mo dwene say na ya mo yusu mutine de dwene ayo waka na nkwa asimawie a kire Kennedy Agyapong kwa Kennedy just na no respond but Kwabena Yandoh ne wa shock price me or say reconciliation mra Kennedy Agyapong ne NPP for mpeni for osre adwobrew na both sides na ehiem ho NPP here Kennedy here NPP nti be bia duru bia be bia sem na kwakudu bia adwobrew yentwe be bia so
Mami nkasa muncho. Kennedy. Deadline was judgment day.
27 June
yes,
July.
June July. Odi abetu ye so no. What you say? Dia ye catch ne say ye papa no ye bibia.
Unkopa na chewo.
Me pacho tie masem.
Paul unkopa na chewo.
Mami nkasa muncho. MPP enguda. Unim ne ntia me kasa no. Onu akra wanji ntumu se. Ne ma ene ne ma kra no manyin. Se ne ma ne yire kra mpo no anu bibia mpo ni fia konanum ene ne ma they've grown up. A say enhwehwe ne emranko betimi de atu fie ni ade no ne ma no he has to leave them no mususu mo bra anye eniema. Amanfo adwuma say because of MPP. Amanfo award ye gu because of MPP. Ebi mu afamu awu because of MPP.
Adentia.
Sankrofo ni nyina spirit ene omu sunsum no omu mpaye MPP nguda. What the ayaka no? So 2027 June July no MPP ngu. The best sene say the ayako so bia no ye de ye nimu say elections ene baye end 31st of January 2026. Election ti say the onu aka ye.
So onye beta ti say ne madwene ye mo no.
Now so onu ana aka obi ayu beta ama no.
Say amanfo so e beta nti
na me say me nka beta asem but ye nimu say u ko election now we ni o so lose o ewo reaction. What you say? It's your best say sad ye na akoso ye nimu so ye party ni but o ka ya semu sa no wa bonten a Hey, because especially we see who is defending MPP. As if say nobody is defending. Intimate here, me did the MPP at them. They are making. Am I not defending MPP? Can we always rely on say Kennedy Agyapong Akasansa and then to the veteran studio? What the air canals? You should understand. Say Emre Ekonenim. Na yes ye dia ye feel say ye my party no. At least on commend day. Ni one who say Mumubino, Mfie Komanu, the young ones are taking over.
Yeah.
Pastor Rabisi Yenina say nobody is defending MP Munje, Munina Tete Road, Etaobia to Ghana.
Also, Modi Dis Kentina Moshe said the moment to be defended.
And America say, Metie, Makodi Obisika. What you say? Makodi Obisika. Why now Kodisika? And then we will document and a document. If truly say, Dogana to say their war canoa, farmer the necessary or not say appropriate a for no. Now they should deal with such persons.
Okay.
Now some no can or can across. Say MPP for ye be. And this is for ya so class abane. Na mo so no muni will be dealer. Now will be over come ansem. No matter the contract, as our command said, ni exam 10% and others. And Ghana first. Obia ye decide ya netiti with school. And this is for na din chiche muaba. What you say? Aside
when I did chiche muaba him. Oh, me pause.
Estimate ma no AC or Honorable Kennedy Agyapong ni the base ni ade ni nyina ne se. Me Paul. Saturday me call takwan suayem. E ko join Honorable Mrekuduka. Or ye unity walk. Ono so ye panimu pa o. But ohunu here say in opposition and I say baby ejina ye hia nkabomu. What you say? We should encourage and nyema e kaye bom rather than nyema etiti yentem, especially with the IM share abetu ye nyina ye so judgment day June July 2027. Now ni anya asemwa na no atwi motente sa akodru next year asem.
One can intem.
Ye kan ye nyina ye solve ana the pay ye si the pay ana so try ben was ye jinentem.
Yam sese mo.
Na minia na Kennedy onye ni paketwa. Na odi asem we ato so. Ye besre ye papa.
We dey mredi mu kakra.
Ye pa nyese won twemre no mu. Ba bia de na ye ntimine na ntwe. What you say me de obi abeka de me so me dia me de ye ne se. Me sre no ada.
Okay.
What you say? Me ma realize senya amanfo ku omo ho e de party ni ba abamu. E bia na de all pen ni sa
obepa Kennedy achewa.
Papa.
Anti me ma kwan se bunkutuje pana.
Mebu.
Tumu bunkutuje nyumre.
Se obetie me. No bedia tumu.
TVC.
Yes, Kennedy.
Se o se ubunkutuje
pana chew. Asre no ahobrasie kwaso ebuoni nidie biara.
Etu ubunkutuje no.
Mebu kotuje. Asra no papa say die twemu die sie die akosuo biana. Dr. Baumia has to become president. He has to be president to save this nation as he claims Ghana first. No, we had the akosuo ye. You do a maisika enya nkoko. You do a maisika bad.
Paul Usman.
A teacher forsu, anesi forsu.
There be Paul Usman.
Nyese minsu, but me hu die akosuo nipa hu kire no na die wo se kan ye bomu no na ekoba ni se papa Kennedy mesrew. Me papa me koto srew.
Obunkutuje no.
Mesre no papa. Edi die ni ahobrase kwaso. Be bia akoma na kobia emra form. Emra form mayen. Oja ye mu ayewu. Ye sre no. Ahobrase mu ana me ne kasai. Me ntimi challenge no anyway because anamon ni we ya wa ye no ni mi nkura bi. Oti ase ti ye sre no akoma emra form. Anya sa. Ye mu bi ye ni da so ani MPP o. And me ntimi nya DC ni da. Nipa boni foi. Enya ye. What now one more to NDC history. Komisa kobo drum kontra Kumasi Central NDC. Ema nitia yebebu ni ade.
Am say na me expertise obi foforo na beka we po yando. Correct wati. Ne le waka asem na ma watwa asem na mrantie ni maya yi ese omo e won nsem kan. Omo say omo the reason why MPP and Tokwa left right center mo bugu party no. Omo
like Lawyer Kwesi said, Ken may forgive, but his supporters will not forgive. And you see, there are a lot of dynamics and the statistics and the data that is against Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
You see, the Christian fraternity in Ghana is like the same American fundamental rights. Christians, they will not vote for Baumia. The same way the North.
If you are unity, they
won't. I'm telling you. They will not vote for Baumia. Look, almost and you know Ghanaians the way, you're strong there, so you can't say, sorry, Saturday, Sunday, what I'm not preaching, that's it. So,
Now I say any MPP for they have a long way to go.
They are going to be in opposition.
Nana Wakasapa, why are they?
Nana say MPP.
I mean, unfortunately, we all knew Ken will not win, depending on using the same delegate system, the same albums. It was near impossible for him to have won. So we all knew that. I mean, we would have loved for Ken to win, but unfortunately, it was a near impossibility. Who said if you are beginning, you said something before even they started this election. Said Ken and Brian and the rest should have refused to use that same system. They should have even taken it to court to be able to make sure that they do not use the same album, the same system. But I'm not say, oh, we are adding some people to it. But the people that they added, no, they didn't make any difference at all. They didn't make any difference at all. And like Kwesi said something in politics, when you make enemies, it's difficult.
Yes,
it's difficult. I mean, people come look, especially Ghanaians, we are hypocrites. We smile to their face, we smile or whatever. Politicians, when they are rivals for life. We are rivals for life. It's for maybe sometimes to help each other and scratch my back and scratch your back. There's no way Kufuor and Nana Akufo-Addo will reconcile. We know the way they are. We know the way they are. The first time they became enemies was in a cabinet meeting where Nana stood up to Kufuor about the oil deal. He said it, Mr. President. From that time,
it is a shame, no, Sanka. Bet me, so unity no more can impossible.
Well, it's not that it's not possible. I mean, they are. Whenever they are rivals, they are in betweens who will be ferry, will ferry, and there's a common person now, or obia ferry, where that common person is supposed to be able to bring them together and bring supporters on board. Like when Nanaya also said something, the supporters they don't forgive at all. I'm telling you, they won't forgive for those who say Ken. You see, Ken is the most popular politician in Ghana today.
Exactly.
Aside the Mahama, I didn't.
Well, Mahama is on a different level.
Our followers, followers
has got and see Ken supporters. They cut across even both NDC and NPP. I'm telling you, Mahama is like now the father of the nation.
Yeah.
But when you talk about a normal politician who is not a minister, who is not a president or ex-president, Ken is the most popular politician in Ghana today.
Okay.
That's why a lot of people thought he won. No, but his supporters are not delegates.
Okay.
That was the issue. His supporters are not delegates. Like Lawyer Kwesi said, Ken may forgive, but his supporters will not forgive. And you see, there are a lot of dynamics and the statistics.
Now, when say Oba bi na wan ka bi dia wan ma bi kran keye. Kevin Taylor na say Obama MPP at no position for the 2 years me wa. Wakasa Edafa, the reason why some MPP on parliamentary select committee into baby study free. And a petition minority leadership in parliament over comments na Kennedy Agyapong make you.
And the story is that a year NPP Minority Health Committee members, petitioned party leadership over Kennedy Agyapong's comments on Afari military hospital visit. You see, MPP over parliamentar, the 67 or then the piglets, the health committee members, Omachro petition, Edia Koma party, na I did Omachokoma party, Nina say, Kennedy Agyapong abeka no kre ewo Afari hospital no honsensem. Wabe yi omoto. Wabe magana fo hu say MPP ne party enyansafo no sa ejimifo no doso. Wabe di no kra kire Ghana fo nti ne MPs colleagues omo parliament ende no and the Kennedy any parliament no omacho letter koma party no. Say party no empam Kennedy Agyapong free party dem. MPs are omote parliamentar omo MPP for omo health committee ni so most of them Kennedy Agyapong fund omo campaign. Most of them Kennedy Agyapong share omo be MPs. Most of them. And there's uncle for natural petition their comma party headquarters. Say adentina Kennedy Agyapong abeka no credo. I didn't think Kennedy Agyapong no crash Ghana for say omo NPP for omo health committee ni so no omo nka no kre na party no 8 years better na power no omo anya hwe e wo sebio e wo Afari hospital no ho no omo MPs na Kennedy and abo most of them to come to parliament or didn't sika most of them or support you through primaries sanko for and what letter they come party say party because Kennedy Agyapong no create party ni pam Kennedy NPP die mo Jimmy Mesia Asia Ejimi for ba o ka Jimmy for part 1 and 2 a NPP mu na wo. So at the end of the day party na mutimu pa no. How do you people want the party to move forward? How do you people want Ghanaians to accept the party? The honest truth is asema Kennedy Agyapong e kan ye fa Afari hospital no ho. So many people have said the same thing in the NPP. So many people have said the same thing in Ghana. So many people have shared their opinion, and it is almost the same thing. So, enya deliberate, enya Bawumia na aya na adwene say, or percent of finding way no oyi Kennedy Agyapong free party mo. So, statement Kennedy here no, it is not different from any statement any politician has made about Afari Hospital. It is not different. Kennedy has some more kind of. In fact, Kennedy maybe it's because who Kennedy is. But before Kennedy spoke on the Afari issue, now so many politicians from NPP and DC, in fact, Obia can the same thing. Actually, Jimmy from NPP, but there were people in the NPP, they had made the same statement, the same thing. Maybe it's because the language they use, it is different from Kennedy and I said, so is Bawumia so bent on making sure so destroy Kennedy? Why? What is he going to get from it? What is Mahmoud Bawumia and his wife, especially Samira? What is she going to get from destroying Kennedy? Because whether you like it or not, Kennedy Agyapong, he has a constituency in this party. And when I say a constituency, the shares are Kennedy War Party. Let's so change Bawumia there. Yeah. So I can't shares. Because of the shares in the party. I am talking about people in the party who recognize Kennedy Agyapong and Bawumia. No more doors Bawumia Kofo. It's a fact. Into the idea say, Obiba and Adrian say, because Kennedy is powerful in the party, and that I will say me summit me one near Juma Bomuno. Now Kennedy, you didn't respect man no. Because Obi person Santi, they want to find a way, and this is Bawumia's scheme. This is Samira Bawumia. This is Bawumia. You see, genuinely, Bawumia knows say he did not beat Kennedy in the primaries. He knows. And they said 2020 elections are Ekufuado na onim for a fact say he didn't win the elections. Also after 2020 elections, Nana Ekufuado bibia sesa wono ho. Ne kasem, ne dwumayem, because he came to that realization say onya president. Mahmoud Bawumia so from 2020 we saw Sebio ne nyoma bi o kan na sometimes go for question the mental state. Because 2020 elections, Obia or Ghana Biabe say, even from what transpired in court, Obia Bewu say Kufuado lost the elections. After 2020 elections, Nana Kufuado was not interested in building Ghana. He wasn't interested in serving. Bawumia himself was not even interested in taking over from Kufuado. They basically realized they said Ghana did not accept them as winners of the election and that to move ahead and lead them as a political party. And that is the same thing happening in the NPP today. Also, Bawumia winning primaries, when the illegality of course, when we of course. Now Bawumia at this point, he still sees himself to say, on to me March Kennedy. Bawumia who say he lost to Kennedy. Bawumia still sees himself as Kennedy is powerful than him in the party. It is a word study. Bawumia is trying to get rid of Kennedy, and I'm saying this carefully. He's trying to make sure Kennedy is kicked out of the party. Send a full authorization, authoritative voice, full command. Kennedy Agyapong is not competing Bawumia. So Mahmoud Bawumia said we win elections now. Kennedy did not contest it. Kennedy did not fight it. Right after primaries, Kennedy coiled back into his hole. So if you have won the elections and if you have won legitimately with all the party, every single person backing you are, why is it that when Kennedy Agyapong speaks, you send your people in parliament to petition the party to find a way to disgrace Kennedy or to get Kennedy out of the power of the party. Mahmoud Bawumia's strategy to say, even though Kennedy did not win the primaries, the voice is a stronger channel. So it makes Bawumia a weak leader. And you see, that weakness, no, and the Bawumia can never win a general elections in Ghana. And he knows. That is why you are seeing what they are way Bawumia manipulation. It is Mahmoud Bawumia's handwork. Way Samir and Bawumia na Sadi way. It's not like me Makachiramo. I will never advocate for Kennedy to lead Ghana as a president. I will never do that. But one thing I will not also allow is that some people would deliberately in our own NPP sit in the party and capture everybody and suppress everybody because they believe, say, they feel entitled and will say they lead the party. No, it should not work like that. I am an NPP person. And I know how this party works. And I know the dynamics in the party. Mahmoud Bawumia is forcing himself to be the leader. The party, the people who rigged the elections for Bawumia are the only people in the party who recognize Bawumia as the leader. But the party itself has not come to that conclusion to accept Mahmoud Bawumia fully as a leader they can all rally behind. It is not there. That spirit is not with Bawumia. So, if there's an event, not Kennedy Bawumia will pull out. Because he knows that if he even goes to an event where Kennedy is there, the whole energy will be behind Kennedy because he rigged the primaries. This is clear.
5 minority MPs, a petition, the minority leadership. When you say you have got 12 about no, now over 60. I don't support a Bawumia, and about 20. I support a phrase, Kennedy, and a Branchampom. And obviously, there are people who are Bawumia friends and a pro for. So whatever they think Kennedy is saying, any idea they think is going against Bawumia. Inside there, young Kelly Kennedy no free party in Mukra. And in killing, what I mean is that you remove no. Kennedy as an MPP in the train of Fruma, MPP in the Moja. Until we the free as the way MPP free no. What could we answer? And 27 June, no, they want to take him out. So they be a bedroom honor. Now go and say, on your party, ni baby unto the yaw, and they can send Ghana for the serious. Now Ghana, a Ghana Haram. When you na Kennedy watch it, when him do it to my, around do it to my car. Now, my mistake now go be bro, but UP. Bomb in some manner. Now, Kennedy, until said Dogo be grandma, baby, and not in the come. Feeling man, no body tip, no body tip, say, hey, Chairman, the camera won't you. Now, I say, must make a sort of the Majacata. Moka, never the back of him, pine. And the Kennedy, I said, Baco minority, Jandam, ni settings, I won't pass on the 2 and this is why, and Quebec bomb mama attention bombs. I cannot divert attention in Africa. In the Omunia Sembian community, the only Kennedy in the face. Only Kennedy is in the Nipper Baco, I know 1 month soldier. Obet me no be akwa kwisi bi ase or no ayo now honorable Martin J Mensa Kosa MP at the Petition South. But see, if Kennedy Agyapong truly wants to remain in MPP, he may need to rethink his approach because the party appears no longer tolerant to his strategy.
It's a problem. But at this stage I was like, hey, na Kena and that day or didn't hold through that stage. Because I didn't least expect saying Ken will be a 1 year party where Juma were dear Chile or didn't see now the way I believe in the NPP. That's how Ken believes in the NPP. And I'll least expect saying can Nipa be sorry, party Suma Buruka be sorry cancel. In fact, then I'm a committee in be.
Oh, now Alisa Hotel.
Yes, I was there. We don't have run to be a book or giant. But because the Madria must say more year demonstration. And the was we were in, no, and some of these images came out. Unfortunately, maybe no more anymore. Maybe PSR or Parliament could be a question to the local government minister. It may be far back door. But one can never imagine, say, there was ever going to be a timer party for who loved Ken so much would turn up and then party no more for papa. A before what party know about Ken. It Ken has to watch something. Me you tell the kasana. Or see me ni mochi. So it may even mean to be on one kasana or two hopeful. And yes, it may be. But say or that's so ma. he has to revise his notes. I tell you, the NPP loves him, the NPP likes him as a member. But when never be a show tap on Chenia, a 2-stage yatra, and now you say, we are passionately in search of power. Nobody crosses us. If you cross us, we double cross you. Some NPP before no, it is all called that way now. All of these things will happen. I feel so hurt, say things will degenerate to this level. But he should make an introspection. If he really wants to be in the NPP, this style is a not. The party appears no longer tolerant of this, strategy, this attitude. So he has to look at it. In any case, Masa, Edian NPP, a secret, what is it? The party way, all my adult life, I've been in it. We have no secrets. The NPP has no secrets. Edian, what is it? We have our opponents. Edian Monkanvayo. Edian Nebeye worse than the NDC for catching. I will be him. I think, sir, Ken is a member of our party, so cherished. Because party there, they do not.
Yes.
But say do by Bina say, my party say they have to part ways with you, they cannot continue with you, or they have to take certain steps against you. I know in this often given his standing, Ubia, what to Franca, Capesa Ukita, what to
Franca, Diama,
Obesenka, 2 year Franca. You cannot be referred to a disciplinary committee. And then I felt sad. But petitions now you refer to disciplinary committee, not Kennedy account. I was like, Charlie, it's not right. This is somebody who could have easily borne our flag in our name. You can't, somebody who wanted to hold our spirit, the spirit of our party. You can't get referred to disciplinary committee. That in itself is so demeaning. I think that he has to revise notes.
Yeah, why no be personal issues and from what you said, who analyze it no a partner na afuno na say when individuals we know personal.
I know the meaning to be I'll be a hypocrite to attempt to answer that. But it's a style Ken has been used to. We did come our knowledge be the chassis say. So we share the command and the appeal. Me say me James here, I may go in a certain tone. He may go another one. That Ken seems to have a certain style of approaching issues. In the past, people have just made a slide. It looks like now the party says no.
And to whom is a party leadership this time around as almost stampy authority, because Article 3 of the NPP
I think they have even stood their grounds. So the fact that they've referred him, Masa say Ken this post train, and then the first day. When have you ever seen someone referring to committee? Because I was sad. I was like, oh, Charlie, Obianka Opeso Kita Franca, now being referred to a disciplinary committee. Naturally, I think so far.
Sanya will cast open as seminal. If we actually a cast there be Yano Quina won't quite bear.
Now, politics, the numbers, but this all you say, a best say what Dibia. For the party to get to that point, that means they can't take it anymore. He has a day with the disciplinary committee. He may choose to go or not to go. Maybe I can say, "Menko."
That's just no one in who did.
Ebiso because of Meko. Giving the Okan and we say, "Maybe Dimochibium." Well, it looks like, but why not? Ebiso Bekono Kochenin Semu. I've heard the spokesperson. Okan say only a chibium na all of that. But once the spokesperson also Ebe Kasaya try to water down. So that means that he may want to go. If he decides to go, it's an indication say.
Fina ebe wo Kennedy no foforo no asesa na. Kennedy no de otia no tio. And two penasi my fine. And it's obvious. Say at the time I know on my flag bearer. I don't know NPP vote now really behind him because he's not a flag bearer. But the very moment leadership, chair position no. You meko A, meko B, and you don't expect say the oko A, ever pay the oko or no B no asem. It's normal. Are you expecting say Bawumia for Babe Kennedy? And I Kennedy go do Bawumia. Now this where the problem is. Say NDC for and the same thing the draw. But so much me na ambe tan said the mumu ye ya. Uga se Kennedy no. Mo sim person we live party. Say why you know ampani ampa. Not also or UP and now or declare so be independence candidate. Look, Kennedy nyala no. Obe pulling vote. On winning. On to be third force easy. Now officers have vote no. Or control free easy for them. Ebi obenya kakra ho. Obenya kakra for vote no. But do na benya free guys no mudi na chi amu NPP mu no. And don't forget say okwa I say UP friends Alan Mante ko no. Or the Solomon Wusu obsina doyemo or the dom and a koye. Wosu kwa also the omo anan ka so be na executive amom no. Omo so e de omo so ko. Anti-party bako ensem bebre. Party bako enchechemu bebre. Inti we no da benda and it better. Ah? Da benda ni ebenu asunwe friends e kuruwa emunsuwe. Kennedy Agyapong is the only person in this world who can take a party to hostage if you sack trouble. If you don't sack him to trouble. Wait, message I say NPP before na muntie ni ye pa. O say upam free Kennedy ni free party ni mu a party na gu. Say one pam no so 27th of June. And so 2027 June oba drop bomb and so party agu. And they say no to me and to me. Kumi. Pam. The baby no was wa because Kennedy no I say what tight ho no what tight no one waka middle. I say much fifi. Now news are made according to Kennedy Agyapong. One of the legal team members. I say Kennedy Agyapong already. So obeja NPP no. So omga so fagadam CI. Na. Oni me say boys na mo ye no omu na number. Omu na mampusi for. So omu mampusi for na say the flag bearer of NPP Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia so mampusi ni dia permutation wa join the line. We hu the opa kire. Na minim na eba ne say na mampusi ni no da na asantini. Omo say akwa no ya so na. Na say munim say asantini na chinchina atwan. Mope. Because admit say nipa ni esirim ni na wode na go battle. But say ope say asantini na nka mope a. Na mo alanche mantin kumasi ndi hye mompe. Monya Kennedy Agyapong a friend say aka ni mompe. Enti munya bi o munya candidate ni bi munya bra champion from Eastern region muso mompe. Kwabena Yandoh ho muso mompe Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. So you chose the candidate you want. And then after the akoye temu ye kra make Bawumia be lusumo. Enti nipa na ogina na aka se ye otiko ni ye otiko na omunam ya so na busuya no. Enti oga se omo omote woni na no sebi o omadwen wo form sa a omuntimi nkasa a omunnim sa de all kan ayentro ayensehunu. But yes man principle ana akwa attack Kennedy omo na say Kennedy must go. But Bawumia kro na no yes nle wadana so na ni tizeze no asantini pure yi serimni na afri no man principle ya tu afri mu Yesu di mu na di asante nhoma ko hye ni mu enyam na meka o omo ana eka o masem wa na Kennedy akompre kwa Agyapong say MP before epamona party no 2028 ebeyi anasa gu anasa catch me wo comment section as we are subscribe like it share ma unua so enye bi edi no akope max billion NPP ana egui wine akose na hu kosam we dia catch me edi no de bia no se de wotayere no wotabo na wakase de hi ti wate enyame na mso oja ne gumu me de bi twam na mu se emo no isija so edare bore ebese ai minua bia na ofri boko o cashier ultimin ka fish o ka fish ebese mo no bese anti emo no se wi a ebi bi umagi de mbedie max billion naked truth old burger trends macau bye bye.